Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another broadcast of The Weekly with me, Neff. Please subscribe to the channel and share our videos with a couple of friends. We're trying to reach 500 subscriptions, and every subscription helps us out with that goal. To our continued subscribers, thank you for watching and spreading the word. Let's jump into something interesting, some cool words from George Miller himself regarding another Mad Max film. Let's see what he has to say. This one is from WOR. Alrighty, let's get into it, ladies and gents. George Miller teases another Mad Max if planets align. Miller is telling Vulture that if for whatever reason the planets align, he would make another Mad Max movie, but his next film project is not Max. We've got another script. This is George Miller, by the way. But having been doing this long enough where I'm habituated to storytelling, I find myself with way too many stories, not only in my head, but in the form of screenplays or at least very detailed notes that are within reach of screenplays. Miller added, so there's lots of stories indeed. One of them is Mad Max. It's not something I would do next because there's two things I'm keen to do next. But if for whatever reason the planets align, you can never tell. Too often you're lining up to do a movie and then something happens. Some things fall into place and some don't. So all I can say is we'll see. End quote. Now back to the author of this article. If Furiosa had been a success, Miller, who turns 80 on Monday, would have gone straight to making his long-gestating Mad Max Wasteland starring Tom Hardy. Sadly, that was not the case. The film only earned $68 million domestically. It also doesn't help that Hardy has expressed doubts about returning for Wasteland. I don't think that's happening, he told Forbes in June. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that Wasteland is the next Mad Max film Miller is referring to in this interview, but he had previously hinted just last year before Furiosa released that it could be coming next. Plans have clearly changed for that. The main obstacle for Miller to make another Mad Max would be money. Does Warner Brothers actually want to invest $170 million on another installment of Mad Max? Furiosa was very well reviewed and seems to have found a larger audience on streaming, but the larger scale expectations of it coming after Fury Road could not be met at the box office. And that's the end of that article there. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about that? Did you see Mad Max Fury Road? Did you see Furiosa? I liked Furiosa. Top 5 film that I saw last year, and it was in my top 5 most anticipated films of last year. Even though the film did not perform well at the box office, it was definitely a solid film and a film that I do recommend. Now, it all does come down to business. Is Warner Brothers going to front the check to George Miller to make another Max film? I do think one thing that may have hurt Furiosa as far as a project in totality, as far as Mad Max goes, is the fact that Max was not a prevalent character in the film. There is an Easter egg where Mad Max does appear in the film, but if you're not paying attention, you won't notice these things. Also, a lot of people made reviews of the film and actually didn't watch it themselves, so a lot of the word was not positive on it, but it was coming from people that didn't even watch the film and didn't know anything about it. But overall, I thought the film was a great piece of work, and I would like to see another Max film. Depending on what direction George Miller would like to go in, I think there is a lot of meat on the bone still, and obviously he says he has ideas, so when someone like this comes up with great ideas for films, has screenplays on deck ready to go, it's something that you definitely want to listen to because he has shown time and time again that he knows how to work this series in particular. But yes, ladies and gents, let me know what you think about this down below. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this video with a couple of friends and colleagues, let them know to subscribe as well. If I hear anything regarding news with George Miller and a future Max film, I will definitely be bringing it up and bringing it to the forefront for you guys that are interested in that. But with that being said, it's Neff signing off. Please be safe.